Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Mohd Shahrizal bin Aidin, and today I would like to talk about BLM. So, mind you, this is not without a script conversation. So, basically, I'm just talking like I'm presenting, usually like in the class. So, what is BLM? BLM or Black Lives Matter is an act of protest or decentralized movement about pushing for peaceful common defiance in challenge occurrence of police brutality and all racially inspired viciousness against African American individuals. Usually this happens in America. While Black Lives Matter can be essentially be comprehended as a decentralized social development and association to also the name with the same name like Black Lives Matter exists as a decentralized system with around 16 sections just in just in two countries, which is United States of America and Canada. The more extensive development and its related associations normally advocate against police viciousness towards individuals of color, just as for different other strategic changes view as identify with dark people freedom. So, how does this started? It started in July 2013 with the utilization of the hashtag Black Lives Matter on social media after mind, I'm sorry for my language, after the brutality of George Zimmerman within the shooting passing of African American teenager Trayvon Martin, the left one, 17 months prior in February 2012. The development got to be broadly recognized for protests and demonstration taking in 2014 after the death of two African Americans, Michael Brown, resulting in challenges in turmoil in Ferguson, Missouri, a city close to St. Louis, and Eric Garner in New York City. Since the Ferguson demonstration, members of BLM have illustrated against the death of various other African Americans by police activities or whereas in police custody. Within the summer of 2015, BLM activists got to be included within the 2016 presidential election. The movement returned to the national headlines in 2020 after the George Floyd's killing by police officer Derek Chauvin. Estimatedly 15 15 million, mind you, to 26 million Americans taken part in spite of the fact that not all are members of the organization within the 2020 BLM descends within the USA, making BLM one of the biggest act of demonstration decentralized movements in US history. The development has pushed to defund the police and contribute specifically into black communities and elective crisis reaction models. As we can see in various picture here, many people supporting the act. Now let's move on to the impact. So what is the impact of Black Lives Matter? The effect of BLM through the society, especially in America, is vast, ranging from each places to each places. For example, the movement brought the City Council of Minneapolis to vote on disbanding the entire police department, the MCPD, Minneapolis City Police Department. This would show that how a society thrives in opposing this racism issue. Another example can be seen in New York, where the mayor himself tried to cut the NYPD budget, which sums up like $6 billion, which of course will be extremely questionable regarding on where would the money go instead. The movement of BLM is getting stronger, larger, and more global. This movement affected any anti-racism movement across the world heavily in fighting against racism. For example, in Western Europe, as we can see in the picture, it's in Hungary, where many protests getting more stronger, especially in countries that are still grappling with their colonial legacies and the systemic inequities minorities, including the immigrants from Africa and the Middle East per se. So, another impact that I want to highlight is need to be taken considerably to is the company from the company side. For example, many companies started to emphasize on the importance of race equality and representative from all race, such as Nike, a big company, spent 4,000 hours in making an ad titled "You Can't Stop Us." It is a good video. I recommend you guys to watch it. It's just like 1 minute and a half video, but it taken like 4,000 hours in making it. This is an act in addressing the matter of racism and equality among races, not only in America, but also in other countries around the globe. So let's move on to the next part of it, which is the connection of this to the Hofstede cultural dimension. Thank you. So, what is the connection to Hofstede's cultural dimension? So, as we can see, when talking about racism, one must know that the act of racism is never good in any way. In Hofstede cultural dimensions, the act of racism can be interpreted to a mindset of collectivism, but actually it is in a bad way. So, throughout the history, we could see as how white people treated black people. They developed a mindset that white people are more superior to other races with color. Just look on how the whites treated them from 1948 to 1990s. With the term of apartheid, they managed to build a system of institutionalized racial segregation in South Africa. This is where the white supremacy takes over and develop a mindset among white people that we, the white people, are the most powerful race in this planet. Not all white people are racist, mind you, but there are few peoples that still thinks that with that old mindset. So let's move on to same goes as Malaysia. We all thought that racism does not have any effect on Malaysia. Think again. Sentences like, do not play outside the house, or if not, that Indian guy will kidnap you, or hire the Chinese because they are good in math, or better yet, do not hire the Malays because they are lazy in doing their job. These are enough to show that how we as a society thrives in handling racism. Sure, it is not much or in a larger scale in this country, but we have to take precautions to avoid bad things to happen. As we can see nowadays, we don't want the event of the previous history come back to haunt us. For example, I raise this question to you. Do we ever want the event of 13 May 1969 to happen ever again in this country? Do we? With that question, I bid you thank you, and thank you for watching this video. Assalamualaikum and have a very good day. Peace.